Let's talk about you leaving World Wrestling Federation in 1995 and everything you were doing after the Rumble.
So first, let me set this up a little bit by saying, wait, you mean 7 months, 8 months after while I was getting the biggest break in my career ever, and I just walked away from it all? Is that the period of time you're talking about?
That's the time we're talking about, and everyone goes, how can you give it up?
Well, I didn't have it long enough to know what I was giving up, to be quite honest with you. But look, it was a crazy time, and we'll get into we'll get granular. I'll use a Jeff Jarrett word since we're going to speak about Jeff Jarrett a lot. We'll get granular in all the decision makings and all of that, and the action and all that. But I didn't know what I was doing, and I knew me and Jeff had a great thing going, and Jeff wasn't happy, and so I said, "I'm with you, man." And he said, "You don't have to be, bro. You can stay right here and keep doing your thing." He was very honest with me, and this was all going down in the middle of the ring in '95 in Nashville in your house. I'm leaning over him, and he's going, "You don't have to do this with me." And I had no idea what I was doing, so I said, "Yes, I do." And here we went.
A man of honor and loyalty to what he was a part of.
Yeah, to a fault.
All right, we left a couple of weeks back when we discussed your debut, talking about Jeff winning the Intercontinental title from Razor, and then you now appearing on the road with Jeff at the house shows. Talking about taking your time and enjoying the ride and going the flow is what we were talking about on that episode. But were you really getting eager to get into the ring and start wrestling?
So, look, I thought about this a lot today. No, I wasn't. I wasn't eager to get in there and wrestle. Look, did I think I could hold my own? I wasn't good. I know I wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. Good. Maybe I teetered on good. But mediocre at best. So I was fine with the role I was playing. There wasn't a whole lot of responsibility, but the responsibilities I did have were crucial, and the timing was important. So it was really fun for me. And we're going to talk about that great tag match we had. We've talked about it on the podcast before. But just I was having so much fun. Like, I didn't want to wrestle full time. I didn't want to start doing that because then I knew I'd be doing that. You know what I mean? So no, I was having a really good time, and I didn't want to step in the ring anytime soon. But fate had other plans.
Between the Rumble and WrestleMania. All right, 2 days after WrestleMania, and finally we have you in the ring in a dark match at a Superstars taping in Glen Falls, New York. You and Jeff taking on Razor and the Kid. It's got to feel good to actually get the match started.
So we did get the match started, and I remember this specifically. I don't remember the move that Kid took from me, or I took from him, or something, and he landed on the back of his head. So it was a dark match. He said, let's not hurt my neck, whatever. When I came back from the match, I was worried about Kid. I was trying to find him, and Gorilla Monsoon looked right at me and said, "You're sloppy, Kid. You just hurt the Kid. What are you doing out there?" And I thought, I didn't hurt him. We did a bump and he landed wrong. It was, I don't know. I didn't know what to say, but I knew Gorilla Monsoon was just mean to me.
Yeah.
And I took it as like, holy crap, did I hurt him? And Kid was like, no, you didn't. I took a bad bump and blah, blah, blah. And it was a dark match, so we ended it early. Like, it wasn't a big deal like it was made out, but Kid did take some rest after that. You know what I mean? He had an injured neck before, so he rested up after that a little bit.
Did you know ahead of time you were going to be wrestling, or was that the day of you find out?
That was a day of thing where they go, hey, this is a good match. It'll get the people. It'll start them up. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was opening dark or a closing dark, but it was like we'll either wake them up or we'll send them home happy at the end of the. It was one of those kind of dark matches, either pre or post show.
Your Honor, so that match was actually supposed to push through the program and be on the In Your House pay-per-view in May, but instead it got changed to a handicap match with Razor going solo against you and Jeff. This is your first televised match, and it's going to be on a pay-per-view. Is that exciting, or does that just make you nervous?
Well, look, it was exciting. I had been, like, Ryan, and I swear I don't mean it to sound this way, but like, I was doing opening matches on the pay-per-views at WCW, a year prior to this. So it wasn't that I hadn't been on television before.
You're doing your job.
Yeah, I thought everybody was on wrestling on television. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we all do this. This is our job. And what I didn't grasp, again, was the gravity of the situation, of the scenario that my professional life was in. I didn't grasp the weight of that. And hey, that's youth is wasted on the young. You know what I mean?
I do.